Mormons?
They are a very cool bunch.
I know they don't like coffee and all that.
It Utah and Idaho are the one true police states in this country.
Jesus.
Two good documentaries you can see on Netflix right now to give you a big oversight into the type of programs they run. It would be Hell Camp and the program Cons, Cults, and Kidnappings. Because me and my sister were sent to those programs by our mother, who likes to take her anger out on us.
Okay.
And that's why I came back very homicidal and wanting to burn Utah to the ground. They weren't chased across the country for being a different religion. They're chased across the country because Joseph Smith had a bunch of child wives, and all the non-Mormons they would massacre everywhere they went. So the townspeople would band together and say, "No, you're getting the fuck out. We're killing you all." Like, for fuck's sake, they were like odd Christian sex cults back in the day, but no one minded them because they weren't going out killing people. Aspiro was the wilderness therapy program, and I was 18 at the time. They were supposed to, by law, let me go. My mom forged a 302 document because I just failed out of college. My parents had just gotten divorced, so naturally I wasn't happy. I wasn't able to get a job because first I had to get my tonsils removed because my mom finally got a sleep study done, and turned out I had deadly type of sleep apnea where my tonsils were so large they were suffocating me at night.
Did he have tonsillitis?
No, my tonsils were just that big. When I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
10,
I still got mine. So
yeah. When I was 10, they were already in my body, but yeah, they were so large that I would sleep, but because my mind would have to subconsciously unchoke myself, something ridiculous like 35 times every minute, I would never go into full REM sleep, so I'd always be falling asleep. And the school system is just taught to believe that any kid falling asleep in class or falling asleep all the time is on drugs. Like,
yeah.
for fuck's sake, I didn't even touch weed really until I want to say I didn't start smoking weed seriously until 23 or
Well,
24.
that's a good thing because I believe the first time you smoke weed, you mentally stay that age for the rest of your life, and I fucking believe that.
Well, it wasn't the first time I smoked weed. The first time I've smoked weed rarely. I think the first time I smoked it was eighth grade.
God, the first time I smoked weed. I mean, I smoked weed a little bit out of like a little like a water cup, like a little makeshift bong, but that didn't really get me high. The real first time was maybe three or 4 years ago when I was to my friend Eric's place,
Hmm.
and he had like this pen. It was like I think it was Delta 8 or some shit. I took like four big puffs of that after
Yeah,
having no
that's
weed.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of those. I took four of those, four big puffs of those with no weed tolerance whatsoever. And dude, I was playing Overwatch or something, and I first realized I was high because when I would like try to press a key, it would like my finger would like press it like 2 seconds later, and then I started hallucinating, dude.
No, yeah,
I,
that that's
yeah, dude, I hallucinated like because I couldn't move, so I like built up this thing where I was like, oh, I'm just like paraplegic, and this guy in this room with me is just my doctor, and I like imagined my friendship with him for all those years.
yeah. I would also hallucinate when I used to do weed, and I just listen to music and jam out and whatnot.
No, I don't do weed that much anymore. I don't even remember the last time I smoked any weed.
I only smoke weed on my streams, but that's also when I drink because even though I'm not working, I'm always working on something, you know? The DUI was just, the stadies in my hometown are corrupt as sin, and because a bunch of snobby faggots invaded the town, if you don't look and dress like a snob now, they'll, like, target you.
Right.
But yeah, they pulled me over, found weed on me.
Wait, Kensington?
on, bruv?
When I was invited to Blood Games, Jet said there would be a grand prize. Uh,
Oh, wait, hold
if
on,
we
what?
got for Blood Games.
Mm-hmm.
When Jet called me and said, "Hey, we're doing this," the original idea was that it was going to be like a summer camp Color Wars type deal, but then it evolved into Blood Games
Mm-hmm.
as the months went on leading up to it. So he had told me, yeah, there'd be a grand prize if you won. Uh, and even though he told all of us that there wasn't going to be a grand prize, I thought it would be safer to just assume it was some big gaslight plot line where I'm the only one of my team that knows that there's a grand prize if we get the good ending.
Right.
That's up to me to guide the team to a good ending. And John kept deliberately fucking that up by trying to get us to the bad ending.
So you were
And
keeping them at a point where they would enjoy it and put their energy into it,
not
thinking there is a
not
prize. Kind of,
not
right? Everybody's
not quite.
do a lot of shit for money.
Yeah. Not quite. I would just go out to make sure that all the quests were done and that we were on track for the good ending.
When?
John also kept stealing everything from the town, and he stole all the coins we had. They still
I
don't
didn't
know
really.
where he put the lockbox for all the coins because he completely fucked over the town's economy. And because he would go out and constantly shit test everything, we were behind like 5 days on quests that we had to do.
So now,
Uh, so
where were you?
so that's why I got so mad at him, because in my
Oh, I-
mind, I thought that there would be a grand prize if we got the good ending, and here's John coming in, about to get me and everyone else in trouble for shit that he's done, and I was just pissed. Especially since I had just stopped Vance and Taylor from trying to assassinate him, and I was like, "This is how you fucking repay me."
I was just about to say that nobody appreciates the shit you do for them anymore. So now,
Gee.
I didn't really watch Blood Games. I watched a couple clips. Now, what if he would have gotten assassinated? Was that it? Like he's off screen?
Yeah,
Gone?
he's just dead.
No, but
Uh,
so is he just? Yeah, so he's just like he's dead, and there's no more him in any of the scenes, right? Kind of. Is that what?
Correct. He did eventually just end up leaving on his own. It was probably for the best. It doesn't really show it, but his leg was purple and had a hole in it.
Jesus.
What? So I just saw something. It was something, a clip that I kind of looked up before this, and it said fucking, even in like a comment saying that John was in the fucking hospital all perked out, fucking, just. Well, how did
Uh,
he get a hole in his leg?
so he bulked up. Like you see how he looks now in
Yeah, he looks
ADL,
fat.
how he's like,
He's got man boobs.
well, no, how in ADL he's like slimmed down, he's not as bulk. So he bulked up a lot before Blood Games, but
I saw
with
that he
that
was like
stuff,
showing off, like, rah. But
yeah.
now if you look at him, it looks like he has fucking man boobs.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
his
if you're
leg, his leg looked like some shit you'd see out of a medieval peasant movie when like they have some sort of rotting flesh disease. It was just that dark purple, and it was growing. But back to my DUI.
Yeah.
So I was pulled over. They found weed on me, and then made me get a blood test. And because I had weed in my blood, that counts as a DUI.
Every policeman's a Freemason.
Oh,
oh my god, here we go with the conspiracy fucking theories.
A conspiracy theory.
Every policeman's a Freemason.
They are.
Where do you get this information?
They're all in the same
I'd
club.
love to know.
That's what the policemen are for.
There's a Masonic lodge right here in where I live. And
low-level Freemasons.
fucking, I haven't seen anybody ever go into this place ever.
Yeah, because
they're
they're
just
low
doing like 3 a.m. fucking weird, or they take. Oh, that's right. They must be going down through the sewers and entering through there up into their lodge, right? So nobody sees them going in.
The Jews did it. Big Jobe's frozen, maybe.
Yeah, I think Jobe's frozen.
On an unfortunate frame. See, you can't talk about the Masons.
He's pondering the idea. He pondered it so much it just stuck.
Broke him.
Yeah, that's when I got my DUI. And my license was suspended for 1 year, then additional year because PennDOT decided, oh yeah, you can't just drive to Harrisburg to turn in your license and show us you have a blow and go. You have to file all this paperwork, which I wasn't able to do. Classes or whatever I had to take. There's this one dumbass, like sorority chick, some chubby Mexican, but I was talking about like how, you know, just Xanax brats and how they always turn themselves
Xanax brats?
Yeah, a lot of snobs.
I know what you're talking about. Fucking these bitches. I just need a Xanax bar. I suck your dick for Xanax.
No, not even that. Like, if you go into the really snobby areas of this country, they're all on Xanax or some sort of pill for fun.
Yeah, because they all get them from their fucking doctor, dude. Which is okay. So I'll try and listen.
Not even that. They just go out and buy the shit.
Yeah. Well, listen. I can say this, like, right. So I was put on Ritalin in second grade, and actually it did help me, but it was fucked up how I ended up on it. My second grade teacher actually went somehow to the school administration. They called Child Family Services and had a psych doctor come in and give me a psych eval, which determined that I had ADHD. Then they called my mother in for a sit-down meeting to tell her that, oh, well, we had your son tested by a psych doctor and apparently he has ADHD. Yo, my mother fucking pooped on these fucking people. When I mean, like, cooped the fuck out, because she's, like, loud and obnoxious like me, but she was only, like, 5'2". And she fucking went off, like, who the fuck are you people to fucking diagnose my fucking son and not inform me or even... So, anyway. But in the end, it did help me a lot. Until, like, I ended up fucking... When they switched over to Adderall, dude, they fucking had me on 90 milligrams a day. 30 in the morning, 30 at lunch, 30 when I got home. And then a shitload of clonidine to just stop. But I was such a weirdo, dude, in high school. Like, if I was just like this in class, like, waiting for, like, direction from the teacher to, like, pick up my pen and just... A couple of years ago, I came out of jail and I was trying to get back on it. I was on a fucking ankle bracelet in 2018. I was in there for a double B&E. I kicked 2 doors, this bitch robbed me. So... I kicked the doors in and fucking went to get my shit, and she called the cops on me. In the end, they wouldn't let me bail out. They wanted 10 grand. I didn't have 10 grand, so I got it down to 1,000 and house arrest at my father's. Yeah. And well, in the end, you know, but so I was on house arrest. So the only thing you can do, you can go to any doctor's appointments. So you have to fill out a worksheet every 2 weeks of what you're gonna do. And you have to be unemployed. You know how hard it is to get employment with an ankle bracelet on? And you have to inform them that you're on an ankle bracelet, and they have to sign this form. It's legally, it's one of the options. You have to be employed or actively searched. So anyway, getting past that, I was going to doctor's appointments because I wanted to get back in, because obviously I don't know how to shut the fuck up. So I wanted to get back on, you know, a decent, like some Adderall type of stimulant, maybe not, you know, huge regimen, but I was going to the psych doctor after numerous appointments, and she re-diagnosed me again with PTSD, maybe bipolar, definitely ADHD, yada yada. She put me on gabapentin. Kept giving me gabapentin. Oh, let's just increase your gabapentin and it'll help you. So getting to the end of it, it's like, then I know this kid though, he's going to a doctor, he's getting 90 Adderall 30s, 120 Xanax, gabapentin, and he's getting a bunch of clonidine to go to sleep at night, which doesn't even make sense. How do you give somebody an upper and a downer? So the world's just fucked, dude. If you go to the actual doctor, they just give you one. Apparently, it's fucking
because
crazy.
they all get financial kickbacks from the companies. That's why they keep pushing
I know
pills
it's
on the
fucking
kids.
gross. But here
And
I have
also,
a fucking and what is that? 30. So it was 2018. What was that? Call it 6 years ago.
6, 7.
So I had a fucking almost this 18-year history at least, and I can't even get on a Adderall regimen when I need it. Crazy, man.
I'd bust up all the medical monopolies and expose modern psychiatry for the scam that it is, because all they keep doing now is just pushing pills on kids instead of saying, oh, yeah, you're just being a kid, you're hyper, you don't want to be in school, you want to go spend all of your energy playing outside.
Dude, I remember the way I would be called home when the street lights came on, or my mother fucking yelled out the window, dinner time! Dude, my fucking nephew's 10 years old. He gets the phone home from school, straight in the house, straight on the Xbox, or on his phone. That's it. There's no fucking going outside. There's no kids at the playgrounds anymore. There's no kids riding bikes
Well,
down the street anymore.
That's because it's usually the same adults that you see with like Black Lives Matter sign and all cops are bastards sign. But anytime they see kids playing or doing something, they always call the cops on them.
Yeah, oh my god, they got skateboards! Oh my god, they're destroying the neighborhood!
Yeah.
Fucking Karen's caring too much.
Nah, I was there
that's an
since
awesome
I
life.
was 1.5 to 18 when my parents divorced and they kept fighting over it, so they sold it.
Right.
28.5 acres, all paid for, mostly forests.
Jesus.
It was a bit lonely, but my dogs kept me company, and I always consider myself to have been raised by my dogs because, you know, Dad would always work and Mom would just do whatever. And then as I got older, Mom just didn't want to take me or my sister out to go like meet up with friends or go socialize, so I'd just be frolicking through the woods by myself with my dogs.
Tell you, my dog Diamond, I don't have her anymore. I had her for a few years. That was the only girl that slept in my bed for about a good 2.5 years. American Staffordshire Terrier, dude. Beautiful fucking dog.
Did you have sex with it?
No, dude. She just cuddled me and kept me company. Jimmy knows what I'm talking about. Dogs, dude,
You're gross if you let a dog on your bed, bro. You're gross.
Whoa, no, you can let a dog on your bed.
Dude.
They eat their butt. They eat poop.
You never had an itchy butt, dude? Or picked your fucking nose? There's no fucking way you never had a sweaty butt while working outside or anything and never fucking itched your fucking butt, oil checked yourself.
I use toilet paper to do that.
I prefer baby wipes. Ever thought it was a good idea to stop
You should
using
get some,
baby wipes
you
once
should buy
you're
dude
past a
wipes.
child?
Dude
Why
wipes.
dude wipes?
I love dude wipes. Shout out dude wipes. Can we get the sponsorship?
We're working on it.
I'm wondering if I can get a Bump Caffeine sponsorship, because I was surprised
Shout out
that
dude
no one
wipes
else.
at stickermule.com
Thank you, Sticker Mule.
/ Jeff and Jobe shit show.
Hell yeah.
We will get sponsorship. Can only hope, right?
Hey, you got you meet this 9-year-old a fucking dress. You put it on your website. You
Dude, I
did
can't
sexualize
believe I knew about that guy. Oh, dude, it was crazy.
I think they brought. There's no way they didn't fucking vet that kid. It's impossible, dude. There's no way they didn't vet that kid before they brought him on. They knew who the fuck he was, and I think they just did that to do that.
I can't believe everybody got after Luke.
Because they're fucking spoiled nepo brats. That's why Luke, despite only being there for 3 days until he came back, was still in the top 3 most entertaining.
Yep.
I
Everyone
think there was
else
some
just
fucking. I
sat
think there
around
was a
and
little
cried.
fucking view button on that, but I don't know.
What, on the endorsements?
Nah, it was just
Yeah.
a kid. No, like everyone liked Luke because he was really funny and we saw a lot of potential in him. And then he comes back and it's just him with the whole fucking world on his shoulders, pretty much. That's why I really don't give a shit about what the Famous House 2.0 people did. Like think of me like Kawan, because it's like you simped for an actual child groomer for some mid nepo bitch pussy. Like,
Yeah, because they
can you
put him in a
fucking imagine
house
that?
with fucking a bunch of girls. Of course, you wanted to get some pussy. Just like the kid fucking, who was it? Anthony? That was running around after the fucking. Then they made that fucking stupid scene like, oh, run out after her out the door.
Like, really? You're not gonna sit there and say, no, like, it's really fucking weird that you guys are taking the side of this pedophile? It was really funny to me, because I kept telling everyone, you don't understand, I've been to school with people like Peyton. She's not this based girl you all think she is. They always had the worst takes. And then when she took, Brandon Hilton aside and really talked about her extensive knowledge of child drag queens and how child drag is a valid career, and it's like, yeah, see what I fucking mean, you retards? She's a Zoolander model. They all think the same. Hey, look, I'm not saying you gotta hate her. I'm just saying that was funny to me.
You also don't know. You don't know what she's been through, dude. The girl grew up in fucking Texas, and she's fucking looks corn-fed, fucking blonde hair, blue eyes. So everybody's gonna think she's straight, but she just didn't go that way.
I don't care who you are. If you're making lingerie type drag shit, whatever, for a 9-year-old.
And having kids pose next to naked men, and then insisting, "Oh yeah, these kids in G-strings performing next to half-naked drag kid."
No.
Yeah.
I would hit you with a bat. They knew who the fuck he was. They did that on purpose.
Right, but he's the best candidate to bring onto the torture show, in my opinion. Let him be tortured.
Put him in a hole and just beat him to death with a block
just another
of
person
cheese.
on real quick.
Jimmy, because the most I know about you is the mallet incident, the hammer incident.
What? Oh, tell me. I don't know.
You want to know about the mallet incident?
Yeah, that's what I want to know about.
I want to know.
He doesn't know?
Yeah, that was just.
Did you whack somebody?
Retarded. Nah. I threw that shit.
Come on, Jimmy. Come on.
She got hit with it. I don't think it was intentional. I think it bounced off.
No, she
ricocheted.
She didn't get hit with it. If anything, she just bumped her head on the wall herself.
Kind of like I tried to throw a toaster at Frank, but I totally missed. It might have been actually
a little different.
Besides, with Bloodgames, I showed how lethally accurate I am if I'm actually aiming at someone with pegging John in the back of the head with the can.
Right.
Hey, fucking Tom Brady over here.
Well, Jeff threw it.
I was the only fish not allowed to drink because legal season 2 was retarded and thought I was drunk for the bread incident, and not just under a bunch of stress because this chick who wouldn't eat the bread in this elimination contest.
Wouldn't eat the bread or wouldn't eat the dick.
Wouldn't eat the bread in this elimination contest, and who showed up and just day one started like roasting me to the other contestants, was like just pretty much throwing it.
Oh, she just saw you as
so
like
I wasn't allowed to drink. We had to eat raw jalapenos and habaneros. They took away the food.
I've done that for a beer challenge.
And on top of which, the week before, Jet and Ben gave me the order of, oh, if you get mad at all, you're off the show. So I was just bottling up my wrath.
Classic.
And then
now they just want the wrath.
Well, no, it was just a case of, oh yeah, let's see how far how much we can hit, how much we can push them. They wouldn't let me stay in my room, so that way I could obey their gay rule of like, yeah, let me keep calm.
Oh, so you guys weren't actually sleeping out there on the fucking ground in tents?
No,
That's
this is season 2, not Bloodgames.
Yeah, oh, okay.
And then, Trish and Abby went on a warpath. Abby, when she first showed up, she would just say the meanest shit to me in the hallway for no reason, like day one. And I'm just chilling, minding my own business. And I'd just be like, what the fuck? And then again, it's like, Jet and Ben would always say, oh, Jimmy, just drop it. Just don't get angry. So it's like, okay, fine, fuck it. I'm going to stay in my room.
No, fuck that.
And they were also denying any and all nice TTS to me. Wouldn't let me stay in the room, and also forgot Sam's important order of, hey, yeah, you guys are going to let Jimmy go cool off, right? You guys are going to keep an eye on Jimmy, right? I did not. But no, I threw that shit at the middle of the right wall. If anything, that bump on her head is from her going face first into the wall with the little soap opera flop. Because you don't get up and start dancing and laughing going, oh, tee hee hee, if you get hit in the head with a fucking croquet mallet. Not to mention, you can even see me just pointing at her at the left wall, yelling at her, don't you ever fucking do that again.
Why did you like
There's
throw
also
it?
the whole thing
Why did you throw it at her in the begin with? Because I saw the clip. She was just like hanging out.
No, she wasn't. She was just smashing that, and this was also after, like, I'd thrown Abby's stuff out the window.
Right.
And then, of course, they bring it back, and it's like, okay, what the fuck? You wouldn't have done that for me if it was my shit. Just a quick thump.
Fuck, marry, kill for Jeff. We got a border collie, a German shepherd, and a black lab.
That's an easy one.
I think I'd have to go for the border collie because I like tiny and
what?
petite. I like tiny and petite. It's easy to throw around. Well, I guess that'd be my fuck. No, that.
Gonna fuck the border collie.
No, fuck this. No, fuck this. Is fucking a setup all the way.
You're already in it. You're already in it. Fucking the border collie.
Yeah, you're already in it.
Who you marrying?
You got tricked already.
What do I got left? The German Shepherd or the fucking lab?
The black lab. Not a golden lab, a black lab.
I would marry the golden lab because I feel like
You don't get a golden lab. You get a black lab. You get a black lab. No golden lab.
Yeah, it's a black one. It's a black one.
You're burning coal.
I guess I'm fucked either way on that deal. Let's just go with that. That was
All
fucking you fucking dirtbags.
I guess Shot, it's not your turn anymore, Jeff.
No, I was trying to show fucking Jimmy about fucking eating jalapenos.
Everybody
and
wants to
shit
know
with
what
beers.
dog I'd fuck. Shut up. I guess I'd fuck the border collie.
Okay.
I'd marry the lab, or not
Alright.
the lab, the German Shepherd. I'd kill the lab.
You know, I gotta go with the same. I'm fucking the border collie. You know, I gotta kill the black lab and I'm marrying the German shepherd.
I guess I'm marrying the border collie because they're the most intelligent.
Yep.
And I grew up with them. Fucking the German shepherd and getting rid of that black lab.
Jimmy, man, I would like to fuck with you a little bit more. Fucking I think I threw some shots at you too on Twitter, but I was just trying to troll everybody.
Remember that Twitter space you did when you first got back home, and I told you that you were blackout drunk, and that you brought a camera into the hentai museum in Las Vegas and told you to
I
look
had
up
to double think that for a fucking
Fishtank?
second. Yeah, no, you definitely fucking had me on that. I literally had to pause for a second, like, wait, did I fucking actually do that? And I started looking through my phone, I literally grabbed my phone and started looking at fucking my cameras. Just, you fucking, oh, that was you in the alt channel. Oh my god, you fucker. Wow. Okay, fucking Jimmy for the W.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's good meeting you, bro.
It's good meeting you too, Jobe.
Oh yeah.
For the half the time you were fucking here. Piece of shit.
Yeah, my PC was crashing, dude.
So you can't talk about Freemasons, bro. You talk about them now. Look, they're fucking taking your life away.
Notice we get terrible internet where we're not allowed to bully gays off the internet. Think on that for a second.